All right, what's
Okay.
up? What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Come
What's
over to
going
YouTube.
on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Lisha.
What up? What's going on, everybody? Yo, wow, it has been quite a minute, y'all.
Yeah.
Quite a minute since last time we've been on here. And please forgive us if we're looking at the camera, but then looking down here because we are right now streaming on Facebook, possibly Twitter or Parachute, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And we're on Instagram. What's up, IG family?
Yeah. So we down here, we up there, and we over there.
Yeah, so please forgive us if our eyes dart all over the place. And as you can see, we are in a new location.
We are in a brand spanking new, beautiful location.
As you can see, we got some of the artwork back there.
Just so y'all can see it, y'all can take a look at it.
Yeah, y'all gonna see some more hanging up and things of that nature. So just be on the lookout for those changes. But we are here in the building. I don't even have
It's cold, so see, I have my quilt. Yeah, it's a Christmas quilt. Okay, be easy. August, but cold in here. It's really cold.
Yeah, because where we came from, it was pure hell.
It was so hot.
It was hell. If it was 100 degrees outside, it was 100 degrees inside the house.
103.
Yes.
Sometimes it was actually hotter in the house.
I felt like it was incubating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was worse inside than out. So
yes. Thank you for the congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love y'all so much, and thank y'all for tuning in on YouTube. People in here, we appreciate y'all for holding in. I know y'all probably have seen a trend over a couple of months of YouTubers just pulling back. I mean, at some point, we gotta re-energize and refocus.
Realize.
Mm-hmm. But today, we do have an interesting topic for you, because we're still seeing people not letting go of certain things, peoples, and situations.
Circumstance.
There you go. And so with that being said, we wanted to give you all some tips on just letting you know that the relationship is done.
Yeah, and when we say relationship, we're talking broad. So yeah, platonic relationship, Could be I don't know, you're engaged or whatever, personal relationship, a relationship with your job or whatever, a relationship with a passion, right? It's just relationships in general.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have some little pointers here, and my baby has a download.
Yeah, I'm going to. Ooh, it's on my phone. It's on IG. I should have thought about that before I got it, but I have a good idea of what
It's
it
okay. I
is.
mean, we could tell the folks on IG to hop over to
Yeah. Oh yeah. So if y'all get a chance, like towards the end, there is a download that I typed out.
you.
Um, I remember most of it, but we want to kind of read it verbatim. So
Mm-hmm.
towards the end, just make sure I give y'all a heads up before we do
Right.
that. Got some people chiming in from Facebook. What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. What's up, family? All right. And so yeah, so that's the agenda for today. And throughout this talk that we have, if you all have any questions, um, as far as what's going on in this world, because there's a lot going on
Oh
right
my
now.
God, people burning up. It's just, it's so much happening.
They can't handle this heat.
The heat is really doing its own purging. It's really a lot happening right now. So if you guys have anything that you want to drop, topics that you touch on, because we only have 4 pointers, but these are 4 important points that we touch on. This is going to serve as a form of a confirmation. Because sometimes we know what we got to do,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's just that little confirmation that we wait for, so that it can really align and it can ring right for us. So that's all.
In the building.
In the bin.
All right,
honeydew.
And just a little housekeeping before we get into it. If you haven't already, please drop a like on the video. Give some hearts on the IG if you haven't already. And if you haven't followed or subscribed, please do so at this moment in time.
Right.
All right, awesome. And I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna
that's why I got my glasses on, because
get sophisticated.
Got a little bit of notes today that I'm gonna read to y'all. So if y'all don't like reading and note taking and stuff, y'all might not like this video.
All right. Let's get signed, sweetheart. Relationship.
Yeah. Well, first I wanna.
Number one.
Well, before I get to number one, I want to say this, right? Y'all could write this quote down and tweet it or Instagram it or whatever, right?
Right.
Holding on to the wrong person, situation, circumstance, job, whatever you want to put there, okay, will result in resentment and a lot of wasted time and effort. So when you continuously pour energy into the wrong thing, person, place, whatever, you will begin to resent that very thing more than you really should. Okay. Because you start to realize that, damn, I did waste a lot of energy, I wasted a lot of time, and I wasted my effort. I could have been putting that into something else.
Right.
So the longer you do it, the worse it gets. So it's best to kind of nip it in the bud, when you start seeing those red flags, right? And so with that being said, number one, is this a Q&A? It could be.
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
This is short. Like, this is really super short.
So go ahead and drop your questions now.
Yeah.
And we'll attack those once we finish going through these 4 pointers, right?
And then my baby got his download. He about to drop on y'all. It's a big download. Like, I was like, ooh, okay, come through. But it goes right in alignment with what we're talking about. So number one, right?
Number one.
You no longer feel the need or desire to be passionate or intimate or do the things you once did with this person or passion or whatever have you. You just don't feel the same way anymore. It feels like the flame has died out. Okay, it is gone. There is nothing there anymore.
Right.
It's like a ghost, a memory. That's it. Just maybe a memory, and hopefully it's good memories. All right. So you just don't feel the desire to be there anymore.
Right.
All right. So that's sign number one.
Yeah. And once again, this is not just with relationships, it can also be with jobs.
Yeah.
Because, you may be working at a particular place and you just like, I got to go back in here.
Mm-hmm.
And it may even be a Friday. Most of the times, you glad to go in on a Friday
Yeah.
because, it's the weekend. You can get off and do what you want to do. But if you're going in on a Friday, you still like, it's maybe a time for you to go ahead and change professions.
Mm-hmm. And
Mm-hmm.
Courtney Love says, "Can this be one-sided?" Of course.
Mm.
Of course, it can be one-sided, but that don't mean that it still ain't ran its course.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you go to college and you're taking a course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you sign up to study what is it, philosophy, whatever,
Right.
and you have a great instructor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your instructor probably can't stand you,
Mm-hmm.
but you love what you're getting out of that lesson, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though you really, really do love that lesson and you're learning so much, it comes a point when you already capped out.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Take it again? So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. So that's an example of something that's one-sided, right?
Mm-hmm.
The professor might be like, "Oh, she asked too many damn questions. Some of these answers I don't even have. Would you stop asking all these damn questions?" But you're just getting so much out of it, right?
Right.
But you just keep wanting more and more. But it's a certain point where there's a cap, right?
Yeah. And then it's also like if you play any sport or any game,
Mhm.
imagine playing chess, like physical chess by yourself. You got the chessboard there and you ain't got nobody else on the other side to play. Like that's what it is. So yeah, it can be one sided.
Yeah.
It's done. Like you sitting there trying to play chess and you ain't got nobody to play with.
And you did having a good time. I mean, it is possible you can enjoy your own company, but after a while, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So that's the number one.
That's number one.
The desire is gone. The passion is gone. It's just not there anymore. Okay.
Right.
And for those of you who are just joining us, we're just going through four four pointers, and then we have a download. So you want to stick to the end. 4 pointers to let you know that a relationship has ran its course.
Yes.
All right. So number two, we're on to number two.
Number two.
There's some people who they like to fight in relationships. Play fight.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, they like to challenge each other. They like to go at it. They like to present things and scenarios that would help them to grow and blossom. You might have something that you're working on, and that I'm kind of like, I'm not so good in that area. But I talked about this with my partner, and we decided that we're gonna work on it together.
Mm-hmm.
So you go at it, you grow, you push, you grow. So when you realize that you don't want to do that anymore,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. You don't want to grow anymore. You feel like you don't want to put the effort in. You just don't want to put the effort forth anymore.
Yeah. That it's there's a saying that when like your wood is wet.
Right. Your wood is wet. There go another one.
When your wood is wet,
Yeah.
it don't matter how much fire you put on there, you're just gonna see a lot of steam coming up, but it ain't gonna catch no fire.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So when that wood is wet, you pretty much done.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's done. And it's like you don't have any more fucks to give. Like you burned all your fucks already, so you have nothing left. It's
Zero
dry.
fucks.
There's nothing there.
Zero fucks.
So you gotta check to see if that's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a checker for you right there.
Yes. And for those who are watching us via Instagram, just know that there's a I didn't think this through, y'all. I'm sorry, but there is a download that I had typed up on my phone. So after we finish the fourth one, I'm gonna have to shut the IG down so that I can bring the download back up. I can upload the download.
Ooh, look at that! Reload. So y'all come over to YouTube when that
just
happens.
come on over to the YouTube channel, but we're gonna keep going until we get to the fourth one, okay?
Right.
But yeah, what was I going with that? I went straight left.
No, it's okay. We
Okay,
come back
good.
right. We'll come
Okay.
back right.
All right.
So number 3,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this one right here, this is the ticker right here. Okay. And again, if you guys have questions in the meantime, just go ahead and drop it in the chat. And once
Mm-hmm.
we're done listing these off, we'll come through the chat and check the questions. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
number 3, being with someone else becomes more prevalent in your mind,
Mm.
or you start thinking about a different job. You start thinking about
Grass is greener on the other
right.
side.
You might, if you're in a relationship, you might start thinking about your ex, right?
Mm. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't you do that.
Don't put yourself in another loop.
You might be thinking, but damn, Dexter wasn't that bad after all. Shoot.
Dexter wasn't that bad.
Right. Damn Wilma, my bad. You start dialing and don't do that, because you left for a reason. There's a reason why you left in the 1st place. So, but the point is, you start thinking of all different scenarios and being in all different places except, where you should be or where you are in the current moment. So
Yeah.
everything else looks better than where you're at.
Yeah. We ain't talking about fantasizing, just kind of like imagine like, oh, what if? Like, no, you're thinking about, you know what? Mary gets off at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
If I
shoot.
go and meet her at the job, then we can just get up and go. Or you're thinking about, you know what, this job ain't that great. Uh, I think Amazon hiring.
Right. Let me go over there and put in the app real quick.
Let me go online and put it in this application. Like you ain't fantasizing about it. You putting plans.
Right, you making plans. And just make sure when you're making the plans, it's the right plans and not because you're doing it on a rebound.
Right.
You thought it through and it makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So number 4.
We're
going to number 4, okay? You might feel like you're walking on eggshells in this particular relationship, right? So if it's a relationship with your current partner, they probably might have told you, if you don't get your act together, then we done.
Deuces.
So they constantly, maybe they threaten you,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like you can't say what you really want to say. You can't get off what's on your chest. Like the communication is really just not there.
Right.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's another sign that it's time for you to really leave. You don't want to stick around someplace where you can't express yourself.
Yeah, and that is the absolute worst. And in that point in time, you can really lose yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And your value.
That's not something that you really want to do.
You don't, because something that I did in the past. And if you guys have had this experience, you can drop something in the chat and let us know.
Dexter.
I'm just calling a name, man.
Oh, that's what's up, T?
What's up, Teresa? So I used to do this. I was guilty. I don't know if you were guilty of this. If anybody else is guilty of this, you can put a 1 or 2 in the chat, right? But in the past, when I was in my prior relationships, I would think that just because somebody doesn't want me, right, I would equate that to my value. Like I tied it to my worth, my value. So me thinking that this person doesn't want me, that means that I'm not valuable. And I link those two things together.
I'm guilty of it too.
So I would feel like if this relationship were to not work out, or if this person were to leave me, then that would mean that my value decreased tremendously, because I linked my value to the person wanting me.
Yes.
And it took a while for me to realize that don't equate your value to someone not wanting you, because sometimes people can't afford you.
Zeus, you heard that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
I'm telling you, don't do it.
Say that one more time.
Don't do it. So don't equate. Don't equate your value to someone wanting you, because sometimes they just cannot afford you. Because when you think about it, because I like to buy crystals. Okay, I love going into these crystal shops. I saw somebody cooking crystals the other day because they took their grocery money and bought crystals. Right? So I love buying crystals. And believe you me, there are some crystals that are really expensive. Okay? And so I can walk inside of the crystal shop. I can look at all these crystals. and I could walk out with the tiniest one. Why? Because that's all I probably could afford at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So just because someone don't necessarily want to be with you, it doesn't have anything to do with your value,
No.
right? Your value, you put the value on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? So always remember, the value is what you place on yourself, your worth, your self-esteem.
Yes.
So never tie those two things together. Sometimes we do that, we compare ourselves to other people. We compare ourselves, women
Mm.
who are more seasoned, more
Mm-hmm.
experienced. Sometimes you can tie yourself up by comparing yourself to someone that might be younger, maybe a little less experienced, maybe more, who knows. But if you're with someone and they maybe they leave you for someone that's younger, this is what you're thinking. They maybe they're younger than you, maybe they
Mm-hmm.
look better than
Mm-hmm.
you. You're probably gonna think that, oh, maybe I'm not as valuable as the other person. That's not necessarily true.
No.
Okay,
Because in a
so
lot of cases, people downgrade.
right. So, but what you cannot do is don't ever tie your value to someone else not wanting you.
Mm.
You mess yourself up like that big time.
There you go.
All right. So if it's time
All
to go,
right.
it's time to go.
All right. And so now is the time to really go through it and drop any questions that you all may have. We just really wanted to pop in here to let you all know that we're still here.
Mhm.
We just, like everybody else in YouTube land and social media world who are really on this level as far as occult knowledge, esoteric knowledge, things of that nature. Just really going through and recouping and doing what we need to do. So, for those on Instagram land, if you would just join us on YouTube because there is a download that I need to get off my phone. So, we love
Mhm.
y'all so much. We're going to see y'all. Just come on over to
Come
YouTube.
on.
All right. We love y'all.
Yo, you.
Peace out. All right, y'all. We back to y'all now, right? We're gonna give them a second to come through. But let me change this. But in the meantime, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat. Oh, thank you so much, Helen.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for rocking with us. I'm just trying to find it. Well, some of these pictures that come up when you're trying to choose the cover for Instagram
Just
is
choose a crazy,
hilarious.
choose a crazy looking one.
Oh no, here we go. Look at
Yep,
me
yep,
like
that's the
crazy.
one.
We gonna use this one. Oh, can y'all see that? Cause y'all saw the whole thing. Like she looking at me crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Crazy one.
we gonna use that one for the cover for the
Mm-hmm.
thing. uh, uh, all right, Teresa. Oh, thank you so much for
Beautiful.
joining over. And you know what? I actually did it right on time because this phone about to die.
Oh,
So let me go ahead. Let's get this in.
get it in, babe.
All right.
Oh, what's up? What's up, Josh? Thank you for coming. Appreciate you.
All right.
That's what's up.
Awesome. Awesome.
And if y'all feel like this information might be helpful to someone, please feel free to share the video. We don't mind. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We haven't been on YouTube in a while, so the algorithm might not even pick us up. So
Mm-hmm.
if you can just give a thumbs up as you come in, share the video, that would really help. We have been really working on ourselves. We have been doing a lot of elevating. We have been doing a lot of remixing, regrouping, growing internally, externally,
Mm-hmm.
rewiring our brain,
Yes.
re-collaborating. Like we have just been doing a lot of re.
Yeah. Yes. 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 All right. So with this download, I can see that
Download right there.
that came through. Um, I'm going to take my time with this because even though I had a chance to write it down, there are things that are in between the words. There's a lot in between the lines that's
Yeah.
really not said or not even written down that needs to be addressed.
There's a lot to unpack.
Hmm. So we're going to go into that. And in the meantime, once again, if you all have any questions, please feel free to drop them down in the chat. And once we finish with that, we'll go ahead and go into it. But if there's no questions, then we know we'll be all out.
Yeah, and if you guys don't worry about
Hold
him.
on a second.
But in the
Yeah.
meantime, if you guys would like to donate to the channel, you can always we prefer Cash App. But I know some of you
Yes.
guys like to do your super chat and you know, however else PayPal, but we prefer the Cash App. So if you find anything that we find useful, or you just want to support the channel, you know, feel free to send your donations to our Cash App.
All right. So hold on. Give us 1 second. We'll be right back. Let's
Don't
see
go
what's.
nowhere. We
Don't go
got the
nowhere.
download. Stay right here.
All right. We are back. Back. Sorry for that little intermission.
It's okay. That's how you know this stuff is real because anytime you bring in something real, it's always some. It's always.
Yeah.
So that's how you know.
Yep. 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 Y'all see Zeus, who was just underneath my feet. Now he just
Look at
look at
Uno.
them two.
Look at him. I can't.
Anyways, okay. Here we go, y'all.
All right, bring the download.
All right. So first things first is that we are moving into new territory, and no one knows what is to come, and it can be a scary situation. Okay. Um, this is a part of the reason why, for the real YouTubers who are bringing information, right now there are just a select few that are giving updates as things develop. But for the most part, we are just really in uncharted waters. Okay. And we don't know what's about to come around the corner. So that's one of the reasons why the next part is that um, some may go back to what is familiar.
Right.
Okay. Because when you're in a situation when things look a little bit shaky, you're looking for something to
Something to
grab
grab.
onto.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I challenge you to move forward towards the unknown and get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
Okay. Because you all have done a lot of work. You have done a lot of work. Right now, you don't need any more instructional videos about what to do in certain situations. You already know what to do. It's just a matter of tapping in and actually exercising the the knowledge that you have. This is where you show true wisdom. Okay, you know the truth. Don't just go back to something that is familiar just because you scared and you don't know what's around the corner. Stop being so scared.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just be comfortable being.
Uncomfortable.
There you go. Okay. Um, even though the exterior is changing, you still have control of your internal environment. So it doesn't matter what goes on outside of these walls. It doesn't matter what's going on the news. It doesn't matter what's going on down the street. Okay, because that you have no control over. The only thing you have control of is what's inside here, right? So,
100%.
all right. So you want to check yourself from within and create a space that is just for you so that you can stay in high vibrations.
That's right. Even if you have to build yourself a mini altar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went and I built myself a mini altar and I personalized my altar. You don't have to go crazy and trying to figure out what should I put on it. Just go within.
Yep.
You know, this is a time where we all go within. We follow our inner guide. You know, but make sure that you've done your work.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure that you've done your work. Your intuition is your internal GPS. But your internal GPS works best when you have done your internal work.
Yes.
You know, you definitely want to clear out all the debris and stuff like that so that you get that highest guidance for your highest good. Because a lot of the times we say that we're following our intuitions, but is it really an intuition? Or are we following something that is really kind of like misleading us from a misjudgment, from us not doing our shadow work? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you've gone through and you've really integrated, you've done your shadow work, then now your internal GPS is really working. It's crystal clear.
Yes.
Okay, so that's something really important. Always follow your intuition, but remember, make sure that you've done your shadow work so that that intuition can lead you in the highest light possible, lead you to your highest and greatest good and your highest potential.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, yes, yes. Now, when you're creating this safe space within, that does not mean that you ignore what's around you.
Oh, no.
And most importantly, you don't ignore the people who are right in your face.
Oh, definitely don't do that.
Okay? We have to stay in high vibrations because that's our duty. That's our responsibility. That's our individual responsibilities that we have. Nobody outside of us can keep the internal side of us happy and successful and fulfilled. That is our duty. And so while we're out here, we have to still understand that we are still in this physical plane at this very moment. So we still have to act accordingly.
That's right.
Okay, so you can still go out and do whatever you want to do, but still bring no harm to anybody else. So even though you may want to get your gunsu knives and just go around and just swing around in a circle, that don't mean that you go and do that in a crowd.
Right.
Okay.
You gotta have discernment.
So yeah, so you got to understand that.
And,
yes.
and the key to that is self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, self-awareness is really going to be your best friend in these next upcoming months that we have ahead of us. Okay, August is here.
Yes, August
Listen
is
to
here.
Jada.
Yes,
August is here. Okay, so you're
right.
going to really need self-awareness. When I say self-awareness, what I mean is you need to have the ability to check yourself. You have to start kind of like being your friend to yourself.
Yes.
You know, really being a friend to yourself. You know how it's easy for you to look at your friend or to look at someone and pinpoint what's wrong with them and tell them, oh, that don't look right. Oh, you got something in your eye. Oh, you know, you can see everything clearly when it comes to someone else. You're fully aware.
Yes.
But when it comes to ourselves, somehow our ego shuts that awareness down. So we want to, in these specific times that's ahead, we want to tune the ego down. Don't kill it because you're going to need it now. Just tune it down a bit so that you can really get in tune with that self-awareness.
Yes.
Okay?
And you actually hit on a point that was a subject that came up recently. You know, in life, we're always selling. Okay, you may be selling a physical product, you may be selling yourself, but we're always selling.
True.
Right? And one of the things we have to look at is that when there's a certain point of overselling.
Mm.
It's like, you know, this phone is so shiny, it goes super fast, it's
Yeah.
on the 5G network. You know, you can take ultra clear pictures and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know, you're overselling the product, but the only reason we oversell the product is that because we don't believe in ourselves.
The value. You don't believe in the value.
Right. Like you said before, don't mix up your value for your self worth. I think I mixed that up.
You mix that up.
I mixed that up, but
Mm-hmm.
y'all remember, right?
How someone else feels about you.
How somebody else.
Yeah,
there you go.
don't tie your self worth or your
Mhm.
self value to if someone don't want you, or if they want you, or how they feel about you. That's their problem,
Right.
not
Right.
yours.
So yeah, just keep that in mind that you don't have to oversell yourself. Just know that you are enough, and when you understand that you are enough, and that you even bought your own self. That's another key thing, because if you hadn't bought into you, how is anybody else going to buy into you?
Right.
So keep that in mind. Um, but yeah, let's move on. Okay. The next point is pay attention to your dreams.
Oh my goodness.
Pay attention to your dreams. Most of you are getting instructions, confirmations, missions, blessings,
Mm.
interaction with higher beings that's giving you much needed wisdom.
The wisdom part, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We don't know about y'all, but for the past 2 months,
Ow, shoot. It's been heavy.
the journeys that we've been on, the interactions we've been having with higher beings,
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The
messages.
The guidance. The
Gosh,
guidance.
man.
That why y'all think we have been doing no lives?
They've
Like
been telling us to.
right. Like we will make literally sit down and make a plan
Yeah,
to do a live. By the time the day is done, it's like 10 o'clock.
it's like gone.
It's just the days have been so packed and so fulfilled and so productive, and you know it's rich. Our
Mhm.
days are very rich, you know,
Yes.
very wealthy with information,
Mhm.
lots of wisdom pouring in, lots of guidance, just being in the right place at the right time, connecting with the right people for the
Mhm.
right reasons, you know,
Mhm.
filtering out, you know, people that's, you know, really not serving, or when I say serving, not like a servant, but people who are weighing us down.
Mm.
Like they'll just get filtered out
Yes.
without effort. Like it just happens on its own, you know. It's just the type of level that we're on, if so to speak, if you want to call it a level,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
It's just it's beautiful.
Yes, it really is. It really, really is. So yeah, pay attention to those dreams.
Those dreams. Oh my gosh.
And it's even to the point where you don't even need a dream interpretation.
No, you don't.
When you come back into this experience, you feel in your heart of hearts, in
Yeah.
your mind, what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
And so don't what I'm skipping ahead on something, so let me move forward on
Yeah.
that. Okay. Where did I leave off? Okay. Yes. The next part is keep your heart open and your mind alert.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's a lot of cosmic downloads that are coming in, especially for the sun. If you all haven't heard about, if you all haven't heard about what's been going on to these people that are having this experience with the sun, then once again, that's the part where we talked about is that you create a happy space, but you don't forget the environment that you're in.
That's correct.
Okay, you still have to be aware of what's going on. But for those who are having difficulties with the sun, it's for two reasons. Actually, no, it's for one reason. I'm thinking about the people who are not have having problems with the
Mhm.
sun, and then there are people who are having problems with the sun. And it doesn't have anything to really do with melanin. It does to a certain degree, but not so much. Okay. Um, for the ones who are having difficulties with the sun, they have a closed heart.
Something is not right in here.
Okay, because there are certain downloads that are coming through the heart, through the sun,
Mhm.
and it's being filtered through
Mhm.
so that it can upgrade us to whatever we're going to be. Which once again, we don't know what the hell what are we transforming into. That's
Higher dimensional beings of love and light and darkness and everything.
right. I mean, we are transforming. We really don't know what it's
Yeah,
transforming into, but we know it feels good.
yeah.
We know it feels
Feels
good.
good. Feels
Yeah.
in alignment. It feels good because today was beautiful, right?
Hmm.
So today, we got up, we took a drive. They had this garage sale, right?
Hmm.
We stopped
Hmm.
there and we got some. What did we get first? A book. We got two books. These
Got
two books.
two books.
Um,
Like these some dope
some
books right
dope
here.
books, right? They were selling them for like what 50 cents. I'm like, what? So we got it, right? And so I was gonna get a vase or a vase, however you call it,
Hmm.
but I didn't. Something distracted me, so we drove off, went to Publix, and I got some sunflowers,
Mm,
beautiful sunflowers.
beautiful
They're in the kitchen
sunflowers.
right now, and I wanted to get the sunflowers for Ocean, you know. Um, that was one part of my dream last night was to get those sunflowers. So I did, just gorgeous. And so when I got the sunflowers, and as soon as I walked into Publix, it was just right there. Right, this lady, she was serving the food and whatnot. We tasted her stuff. It was nice. They're doing the cooking stuff at Publix again. This is BC before Corona. So now they're doing it again. And we had a really nice conversation with the lady. And after I left, she showed me where to go get the flowers, got the flowers. And on my way out the door, she literally chased me down. She's like, hey, I wanted to give you this free cutting board. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I thought you left already, but I'm so glad I found you because I wanted to give you this free cutting board. So I'm like, okay, that never had to happen before, but that's nice in Publix, giving something away for free. Okay, a cutting board. So it's a boar's head cutting board. So I
Hmm.
got the cutting board, and I'm like, you know what? I feel grateful. Let me go back and get my vase because that's probably why I was supposed to get it first.
Right.
And the lady who sold us the vase, her last name is Six,
Mm.
and she was very proud of this last name. She's like, as a matter of fact, that's why I married my husband because I wanted that last name Six.
Six.
So I said, well, don't feel bad because my son's middle name is Seven.
Oh no, but she was proud of that
She
six.
was very proud of that six, right?
Mhm.
And today is the sixth.
Yes.
And she sold me the vase for $6.
666.
So it was just it's just alignment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just so you know, 666 is six protons, six neutrons, and six electrons. It's not the mark of the beast, so calm down.
No,
All right, do a little bit of
it's
research
powerful.
and you see how very important that is. And if you understand that we are in the upside down,
Hmm.
you would know that it is meant to deter you from certain things. Okay,
Right.
that's some deeper knowledge right there.
Yep. 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 But just going back to yeah.
Yes,
So you
back to
want
the
to keep
story.
the heart open and your mind alert
Yes,
because the sun's rays that are coming through, it is transforming us, it is upgrading us. And
definitely.
for those who have a closed heart,
Mm,
they're having real complications
yeah,
with that. And so they're getting the real extreme negative effect to the point that some are actually checking out.
from heart problems.
Okay. So
Yeah.
keep that heart open, keep your mind alert.
Mhm.
Almost done here. Oh, and this is for those who are truly tapped in. So y'all know you're truly tapped in. Okay. For those who are truly tapped in, you know what you know.
Mm,
Stop second guessing yourself.
that's right.
You are right.
Mm,
That when when I started typing that was not like me. It was just something that was just translated through. So for whoever who is on here or watching this on the replay, this is for you.
mhm,
Okay. Once again, for those who are tapped in, you know what you know. Stop second guessing yourself.
mhm.
You are right.
Right.
Take that as you will. Okay. And last but not least, We have to stop seeking outside validation.
Oh my goodness.
It is a trap that keeps you in a loop
Mm,
of with a false sense of worth and happiness.
mm,
So when you're seeking that outside validation, it is a never-ending loop
right.
that is going to give you a false sense of worth
Right.
and a false sense of happiness.
Right.
So I don't know how we've been saying this for like what 3 years now.
About some 4 years, yeah.
Okay, but this is something that still is coming up that we have to address because we see it in so many actions. You know, people
Yeah.
may say that, yeah, I will seek outside validation, but to some level you do.
Yeah, yeah. Because you don't want to get trapped in a loop.
Mhm.
Outside validation keeps you in a constant loop.
Yes.
And if you're in a loop, you're not growing. And
Right.
if you're not growing, you're not alive. If you're not alive, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're a zombie. So, you know, they did that whole show,
Walking
The
Dead.
Walking Dead, for a reason. You know, a lot of people, they're looking for the apocalypse and they're looking for people that look like the Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Walking Dead. The Walking
No.
Dead are the people that are being looped.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm going to say it, if you're being looped, you're not growing. If you look outside in nature, everything that is alive, it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not alive and it's not growing, then it's dead.
Right.
So if you're here and you're walking around and you're looping, you're the Walking Dead.
Mm. Hey now.
Okay? So just pay attention. Pay very close attention. Make sure that you're not looping.
Yes. And there's a last note on here, which is unlock your own codes.
Baby.
Some people are searching for other people to help unlock certain things in their DNA or unlock your own codes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last thing that just came through.
That's strong. That's strong.
So, yeah.
Now, some people are generators, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to say that if you listen to certain people or if you read a book or two or whatever have you, that it's not going to start something up inside, but you got to finish the job.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's a starter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like something to kind of like open your eyes, but you got to get up and walk. You know what I mean? It's not the end all be all. It's like a little nugget for you to go further.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
All right. Yeah. So right. And Chris, let's go.
Oh, I like that.
Chris, we go. Okay.
I like that. That's nice.
You're so welcome. We appreciate you and you are out doing the most for yourself.
Yes.
Really take up. You know, it's one of the things that whenever we hear Spiritual Soul come on and do his video, and y'all know he hadn't done a video in like longer than us.
Yeah, he's been gone for some time.
But one of the things he always says that I hope y'all been taking care of yourself.
That's right.
Because that is the major key. Because it doesn't matter what goes on in our world. Your world is more important than ours, and our world is more important than yours.
In our world, yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So just always make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You're doing the most for your family. Mm-hmm. And stay in the high vibrations because once again, we don't know what is to come for sure, but we do know that if we are vibrational matched to something that is high vibrational, that's what we will attract and that's what we will experience.
That's right.
So keep yourselves in high vibrations. Mm-hmm. It doesn't look like we have any questions. Hopefully this information was really helpful for all of you all. If you feel it in your heart, please drop a donation towards the Cashapp, mm-hmm. or you can join us on
Patreon. Yes.
Because even though going on, we are still posting things on our Patreon, and actually we just came up with this little idea that we're going to start posting some downloads as far as whenever we get them. We're just gonna grab the phone, we're gonna videotape ourselves if we're together or if we're not. We're just gonna videotape those, get that on video, and then put it on our Patreon because there's a lot of information that's coming through that needs to be filtered and that message needs to get out to certain individuals. And but it's only for those individuals who are really serious about
Right.
this journey. So we don't want to get that mixed up. So just join us up on the Patreon. Be on the lookout for that. We're still dropping books and
Mhm.
whatnot. So join us on there.
Absolutely. You guys don't have any questions. We don't in here. Looks like
Hmm.
everybody kind of digested this small bitty bit of
Hmm.
information pretty well. And we'll see you next time, maybe in the next 3 months.
If you want to see more of us, definitely go on the Patreon
Yeah.
because as things hit us, we're just going to once again pop it out, record it, and go into it.
Yeah. Said it helps. Let me see what's going on here.
Mhm.
It helps so much for others, encouraging us. It gets hard. Oh yeah, this journey is
Mhm.
it's life in general.
Yeah.
We was just talking about this today,
Mhm.
about how it's not always easy.
No,
It is
no,
not
no,
always
no.
easy because listen, guys. We just
Mhm.
came through the ringer, literally.
Oof.
We came through the ringer. What was it? The month of the ending of May. What is it? June.
Yeah, from June
From
through July.
Was it July? June? Was it June? When did we move here? July? Oh, we moved
No,
here in June.
we moved. Oh gosh.
I don't even know, but May and June, those 2 months were very difficult for us.
Mhm.
Okay, and it had to do with our circle.
Mhm.
We're gonna talk about this circle thing, and then after that, we're probably gonna go to sleep.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think this is something very vital, and you guys should pay very close attention to
Mhm.
your circle.
Mm. Let me stop the music for that.
Okay, because and I'm only touching on this because Chris, let's go. I'm gonna say let's go.
Mhm.
Said that the information that we given it's encouraging, but he said she, I think it might be a he, Chris. It gets
Yeah,
hard,
no.
and yes, it does get hard, and sometimes, oftentimes, from our experience, right,
Mhm.
we notice that outside of generational, right, with things passed down through that's a whole nother thing, right? Generational, things that we can't really help because we inherited it.
Right.
But outside of that, we have to be very mindful of our circle, the people that we keep with us. And that's one of the reasons why we did this video, is so that you guys can start paying attention
Mhm.
to the people that you let in your circle. That's really important. Okay. Have you ever noticed in your life, and just take a look at your lifeline, okay, and notice the times when you were doing well in life, okay? Notice the people or lack thereof
Mhm.
that you had around you when you were at your best,
Mm.
okay? Then come back around again and look at your lifeline again. And again, look at the people that were around you when you were really doing bad,
When you were low.
when you were at your lowest lows, okay? And keep doing that. You get you a pen and a pad because you're gonna need a pen and a pad to be able to see this type of pattern, because it could be a pattern if you don't have a lot of self awareness to see what's really going on.
Mhm.
Because we have to take a step back
Mhm.
and really look at, hold on, how did we get here? How the hell did we get here, right?
Mhm.
And then we had to do some trimming.
Cut.
We had to do some trimming and realignment. And as we did the trimming and the realignment, guess
Mhm.
what happened?
Move right on up.
Even further than where we were before.
Yes.
So the people that are around you, whether or not we want to believe it, does have an effect on you, physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Yep.
Because you bridge connections. Some of those connections you don't even know that you're bridging. Okay, because it's energy. It's all energy. Sometimes we can't expect to go in the middle of somebody else's storm and not get wet.
Right.
You gonna get wet.
Mm.
And sometimes we be going in these storms. We got the cape on. We got the super cape, Superman. We got dun 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 dun. You got the cape on. You got the shoes and boots. You ain't got no damn umbrella.
Mm.
And you about to get wet up in this damn storm. Some people's storms, they got typhoons.
Mm. Typhoon just went through Arizona not too long ago.
You running up in this damn storm. You in the Kool-Aid. You don't even know the flavor, right? So it's very, very important for you to pay attention to your circle.
Yes.
You have to do what's called energy management. You have to manage your energies. You have to know how much you're pouring in, okay? And what are you receiving back?
Yes.
That's important. You have to know, because what's going to end up and happen if you're not careful is you're going to empty your cup. And sometimes you're emptying your cup into a bottomless pit. That's the worst. That's the worst kinds.
Hello.
Because you're constantly pouring and it ain't nothing. It's not nothing to catch there.
Speak to that. Speak to that.
And before you all dried up and shriveled up, and you're pouring into a cup that it's not catching anything. Okay, those are your ask holes. People will come to you. They'll ask you for $1,000,002 advice. You give them. You research. You spend hours up, and you give them the advice, and they're not implementing it.
Right.
And you're sucking yourself, draining yourself, wondering why is this not working out for you? Why? Because you're buying on people's karma.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you have to watch your circle. Yeah. And you have to manage your energies, and you have to know when is enough.
And then the other part, even though managing your circle, one other thing we had discovered is that we are volunteering energy and resources that nobody asked for.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, because a lot of times, we want to go in there and be Captain Save a Hole or whatever, and we volunteer and put ourselves in danger. Like, no, we have to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's taking on extra karma.
Yeah.
And then you're draining your energy. So just be mindful of that.
Be very careful. Watch your circle. Manage your energies. Okay. And make sure, look at your energy input and your energy output. Treat it like your bank account. Okay? So if you have a bank account, right? And you're continuously dipping into this bank account, and you're continuously just spilling your energy, because money is energy. And you're just spilling it, and you're not putting anything back in. When you show up at the ATM one day, you try to take out $20, you're in the negatives. It's nothing there. And that's what happened to us sometimes when things get really, really hard, is when we mismanage our.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. All right. So y'all are on it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Y'all are strong. Y'all are super, super strong. The things that are to come ain't got nothing on you.
Nope.
All right.
You got this.
All right, y'all. So we're about to head here. We love so much. Peace out.